As any fisherman knows, the gear that you use is somehow special. And whether it's regular spin casting or fly fishing, the rod and the reel that you use becomes part of your passion. My wife's grandfather, Wesley Goss, loved to fish, and he had in his supply cabinet a wonderful bamboo fly rod. The bamboo rods are always the best. There's something special about the feel. Sarah's father brought this old beat-up tube to me one day, which had been stored in Fort Wayne at Don's house for quite some time, and inside of it was Wesley's old bamboo rod. I had the privilege of being able to refurbish this rod and bring it back to full use, and we will take it out a little later today to see if it can still catch fish. The rod itself has a label on the front, but the label is worn off, so I had to do a little investigation to see just what type of bamboo rod this is. And it turns out that it is from the South Bend Rod Company, which was founded and run by the same fly fishing designer that ended up going over to Orvis and helping develop Orvis into the fly fishing giant that it is today. This is a simple split bamboo rod pole, and it is actually a three-piece rod. Now there are 4 pieces here. There is always an extra tip because every now and then a large fish might just snap the rods. The bamboo is incredibly resilient, and even after 70 years is still quite strong and flexible, and that's part of the beauty of it. Even the modern composites do not have the same feel as the bamboo rods do when out fishing. So after a winter of rubbing it down and redoing the ferrules and testing it out, I think this rod is about ready to take another shot at catching fish. Of course, the art of fly fishing is nothing without the fly itself. The concept behind fly fishing is that you want to fool the fish and let them think that what they are feeding on is natural. So we tie flies, and here are some of the flies that I have tied recently. Just a fraction of them representing the different types of bugs. In this package we have a special one. This is tied by Don Goss. We have labeled this Don number 1. It is Don's first tied fly. It is a woolly bugger, which imitates a woolly bugger and can pull through the water looking like it fell off as a terrestrial, or, depending on how it is jigged, can look like it is either a small sculpin or perhaps even a leech. We're going to take this out, and we are going to attach it to the line and see if Don's fly can catch a fish on Wesley's old rod. Here we've got the rod assembled, all ready to go. We're out at beautiful Ryder Lake, at part of Laurel Lake. The first fly we're using is a red ant attractor. We're going to see if the fish are biting. As you notice, this is a 9-foot rod. It's a beautiful long rod. They're weighted very heavily. And unlike the modern rods, this has a different feel to it. It's a lot heavier and requires a broader, smoother motion. So we'll see how we're doing with the rod here today. This fly here, we have just switched flies, and we will see if the bugs will go with a crippled white wing bug here and see if we have any luck. Hey Sean, got it?
Yep.
We're at Western Reserve Pond, and I think we have a fish. Hey! The old bamboo fishing rod can still do the trick. Little baby bluegill. He's going to learn. This is Independence Day. Now that we know the fish are biting, I will switch to Don's fly. All right, we are now going to tie on the fly named Don Number 1, tied by Donald Goss in December of 2012. It has been ripening and getting ready to catch fish ever since. It's a beautiful little black woolly bugger. We'll have it up in just a moment. All right, here is the Don Number 1 and Rodney the Rod. You see her out on the water. They'll take an aggressive fish, and oh, a nice big bite. Nibble and rejection, but maybe a bigger fish is going to come after. Nice second now. We get the feathers nice and damp. And there's another bite, and I see a whole bunch of fish right close. Oh, look at that attack. They are attacking it. Very big fish. There we have fish on. Oh, that's a nice fish. Oh, that is a beautiful sunfish. Come on in and take a look at the one caught by Don's fly. A beautiful fish. He is so beautiful, we will let him go free. There, let's get another one. Beautiful coloring on him. Gently release him into the water. We like it like this. Then you can swim away.
Oh boy.